I mean this. We have to start talking about sacrifices for 1% lives. Like, if you're going to make your dream, if you want to be in fucking the 2K video game, if you want to be friends with LeBron and Marlo, if you want to be in Sneaker Deal, you need to eat some fucking bullshit. Hey guys, it's Gary Vaynerchuk, and I'm doing my podcast with two very handsome and accomplished gentlemen today. We decided not to do Ask Garyvee in live because we're going to record this before a ridiculously awesome announcement that they're going to drop at some point during this interview that I think, knowing my audience, a ridiculous amount of you are going to watch and engage with. And so, without further ado, I'd love for you two to introduce yourselves, maybe share the mic a little bit if you can, sure. And tell everybody who's listening what you do and what you're about and who you are, and then we'll start to chop.
Cool. Yes, my name's Chris Brickley. I'm an NBA trainer.
Chris, I don't know how this happened. I always love how like I say I'm not going to interrupt, and in like 1 second, but I don't know. But this is how my life works. The fact that you are so ingrained in basketball. Mm-hmm. And your last name has Brick in it.
I know people.
That must be like how that hasn't hit me until this moment. That is the best shit.
That's funny. I you read the comments, people that be saying that stuff.
Yeah, go ahead.
I never thought about it until you just brought that up.
Right?
Yeah. Oh man, it's real.
I mean, I hear people call him Brick all the time. But
how did someone listen to you about basketball? You have Brick in your last name. People be saying
literally
that.
The most negative thing about a shot.
Yeah,
right?
Happens all the time. But so I was the director of player development with the Knicks for 4 seasons. I kind of got my foot in the door with the NBA stuff, and then now I train a bunch of NBA guys. I own a clothing line called Colorblind, and Black Ops is the umbrella that we do the training under. This is my manager,
Alex Koblenz. I work with a bunch of players like Trae Young, Kevin Knox, Chris. We focus generally on their digital side of stuff, but with Chris we do everything off the court.
Got it. So with the players, you're digital. Yeah. You're not necessarily their certified agent.
No, definitely not an agent.
You're doing the marketing stuff.
Yeah, so we work with Kevin.
So with Trae, right, for example, as somebody who's like super deep now into my number one thing on earth right now, like literally I can't make people believe. By the way, let me hedge it here. I believe old basketball cards are ridiculously great long-term investment. Elijah won Barkley rookies way back. Lou, come in here and open the safe. I want to show them my Lou Alcindor rookie cards.
I got a bunch of my dad.
But on some short-term shit, and I don't know when the market calls the next 18 to 24 months, and then it might collapse. But for the next 18 to 24 months, rookie cards are the best 50.
Panini cards?
What's that?
What are those, Panini?
These are Panini. Get the Lou Alcindor rookie cards.
Let's see. Is it only card? It's only cards in that safe?
Yeah, look at it. You're looking in it. Yeah, there's nothing but cards in that safe.
Yeah, really
Stock
is.
certificates?
Wow. Autograph?
Jackie Robinson?
Rookie card, 1948 Leaf.
It is.
10
Wow.
G's. What?
You pass these around like this?
Well, I mean, for you two.
There's another one behind that one too.
This is fire.
That's the real one. You've got the real ones. Yeah, that's Kareem's fucking rookie.
It's amazing that
And
you
that
have
was one
this.
of your initial hustles was cards?
That's right. Like I'm literally going full. Like my current hustles are sports cards and wine. I'm literally living my 1994 life again. That's crazy. 25th anniversary tour, baby. What?
That's fun.
Anyway, so got it. So you do marketing stuff and you do marketing for him.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
He's like changed my life as far as
Talk about that.
making.
Actually, you know what? Back to like, I want to make sure people know about your show. I don't want to talk about basketball culture. There's a ton of general shit I want to talk about. Mm. But actually, knowing how many entrepreneurs are here, and personal brands and influencers, hearing somebody who saying that he changed my life, we hear nothing but horror stories of like, oh, I hired this fucking person. They took 20%. They did dog shit. It fucking sucks. You just said changed my life. Yeah. Take the mic and like
100% changed my life. So
why? As for everybody out there who's got a little something going, followers, a little fame, Netflix celebrity or fucking Instagram, this and that, and like thinking about manager, why did he change your life?
Everything was all over the place. I thought I could just do my DMs and emails, contact these companies, and
get deals.
Yeah, and so in like a year, he's gotten me. I'm the first trainer ever to have my a real sneaker deal. I have like an NBA player sneaker deal. I'm in NBA 2K. I'm the first trainer ever to have my own character in 2K.
That's fucking crazy.
But next year he's gonna have a scene in the game.
So basically everyone in the world that plays a video game,
You're gonna make him the most famous trainer by a
you
lot.
have to train with me,
Yes.
which is cool. Yeah, my tattoo's on there, and
That was a nightmare. The tattoos.
Yeah, that's a big thing right now.
it's a huge thing.
Oh, the IP?
The artists are suing 2K. It's like left and right, so they had to like do this super complex. Yeah.
This is where people try to do, like, artists, tattoo artists out there. I'm gonna say something right now. I haven't heard about this only because I knew some stuff cover up the Hulu thing with Damian Lillard. If artists are trying to sue for their art on people's body when then it goes into games or movies and stuff, it's a really interesting thing. If you go down that route, they're gonna blur it out.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Now what? How'd you get put on in the first place?
Facts.
I think also there was other issues because there's
That's why I
actual.
want people to steal all my shit, take all my content, make money. You know how many people run Garyvee accounts on YouTube pre-roll and make money on my shit? Do you know how many people strip all my content, set up a separate YouTube account that they own, and run ads against my shit and make money? A lot. You know who's the happiest of it? Me. I'm getting the exposure. Keep the pennies. I'll take the dollars.
Yeah.
You like that one, Jason?
That should be
That's
that
a good
should
one,
be
right?
a T-shirt right there.
That should be a
You
T-shirt
enjoyed
right
that one,
there.
right? Keep the pennies, Tyler. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, so he's done, I have a Red Bull deal. He's just got me all these deals that
He's a full-time professional.
I couldn't get myself.
You ironically, as a trainer and understands how many jump shots one has to take to be good at it, on the business side, try to do the shit that us grub players think, oh yeah, well I shoot sometimes and I should be good.
Yeah, it wasn't happening.
It's the reps.
for sure.
That's awesome.
So he's done, and then I have a new training facility. Just basically,
Where's that?
360, 44th and 3rd. So I helped design it. It's this beautiful state of the art basketball training
Let's
facility.
get right to the elephant in the room for me in a good way, which is the fuck happened and why and when all of a sudden everyone just started talking about this gym that the fucking legit fucking players during the off season wearing funny ass clothes, like so much of culture.
It's like a fashion show.
Yeah, like the hoodie shit. LeBron's crazy, like fucking hiked up shorts and shit. Like that's like how the fuck did that happen? What was that? And for everybody who's listening right now, frame it up, because I think a lot of people know about it because they've seen the clips, but they haven't made the association to your world.
Yeah. How did it happen?
So you have this gym.
In my mind, I just was doing these workouts. I've always been into fashion. I tattoos or whatever the fashion thing. I've always been into music. Chris Brown was like one of my best friends years ago, and that opened the
Is
gates.
that right?
Yeah.
That you can't, like, you guys were friends as kids?
No, probably from 24 to 28.
Why?
That was like someone.
How'd you guys?
We connected. I was with Mello training in LA. He just got out of jail, and we met at a party, and he's like, "Yo, what's the workout?" So I worked him out. He kind of just
Loved it.
yeah, and we became real close, and that's kind of how today I'm so. I went on Travis Scott's tour, taught him how to shoot for like 2 months during the winter. That was crazy.
So it's so funny. We're living such a fucking similar life, you and I, just in different skill sets. In the same way that all the people that I think are the coolest want to come and get a skill from me in business, all the people that you think are the coolest want to get better basketball. Through
Yeah,
you.
it's crazy. It's gotten
I think I want to get better. I have the worst jump shot of anybody I know. No, I'm effective with it, but from a form standpoint, it's completely dismantled.
Tyler was just
Thank you,
telling
D.
us that you had a good jumper.
He did before you walked in.
Your hand, right?
I don't think so.
We need to do a session.
No, it's incredibly awkward. It's some Sean Marion shit. It looks ridiculous and goes in way more than it should, but nowhere close to anything that's respectable.
We need to do a session. Would you be down for that?
Okay, we're going to. I actually have been thinking a lot about, I've been working out now for the last 4 years, and I'm starting to hit fatigue. I've gained some weight, and I've like lost a little of my way, and I think it's just boredom of the thing. And I'm like, maybe I need to fight. Like lately, I've been thinking about like maybe I should fight. Like maybe I should work out to actually fight. Like I'm like,
That'd be
I might
dope.
as well learn how to fight, right? Because like at this point, with what's going on in my life, that's probably a good skill set. Whether it's as you get more fame and known, like something weird could go down and somebody gets crazy, and B, as you get more known, you might just want to challenge somebody else that's cool and beat them up and have a viral video. Like, I just want to beat up somebody. So like that might be
also that risk of getting beat up.
Yeah, but I'm not scared of losing. I would probably be the most excited if there was a clip of me getting knocked the fuck out by Dave East. I'm like, this is,
God.
I'd probably, when I wake up the next day, I'd probably be like, yo, this is at least 8 million views.
I could imagine.
When you're not worried about losing, scared money. When you're not worried about losing, that's what I love about fucking UFC fighters. They all are going to lose. It's the nature of the sport.
Yeah.
It's not like boxing where there's enough padding where skill is like, it's just too raw. Anyway, nonetheless, so you guys became friends?
Yeah. The question, how did I become? Yeah, I don't know. New York City's helped. Being obsessed with the game has helped. Not caring about money for the first 8 years of training's helped. Being broken.
I mean, you know this about me. So I got to use other examples besides me saying it or me living it. Tell the kids how much you today, with all the, like 90% of my audience wants to be doing what you're doing. Tell them how much actually eating shit for 8 years, for real, and explain your shit eating. Because when you're not worried about money, you're eating shit. And people are like, people always like me, like, it was easy for you, Gary. Your dad gave you a liquor store. I'm like, you don't know my story. I built my dad's business for him. I left at 34. Do you think I would have started VaynerMedia at 34 years old in somebody else's ghetto fucking conference room if I had all sorts of money? I built a business for somebody else, and at 34, by never paying myself more than $100,000, I had no money. When I tell everybody to be patient, it's easy. I did it. I was 34 and I had no money. I made a video yesterday. If you're 26, I want to remind you that I was ringing up people at a register in a liquor store when I was your age. Tell me about the 8 years.
Yeah. Shit. It actually kind of gives me, I don't even like talking about it because I don't want a kid to see it and be like, damn, I don't think I could. Yeah, I was just dead broke. I had zero money. I would do workouts for free. I would always, my account was always in the negative. People didn't think that though, because I'd be around NBA guys. I slept in the Ole Miss practice facility with rats for a whole year, getting $8,000 for the whole season. I lived in New York, and every debt you could think of possible. People thought that everything was good because I'm working on NBA guys, but it wasn't. I had zero.
Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in New Hampshire.
Okay. So the people from back home are like, oh, he went to the big city. Oh,
yeah.
Shit, is that him with Carmelo?
Yeah.
And I think it's great.
I didn't charge NBA guys at first. I just wanted to get my...
Why?
I was worried that off the bat, why? Because I was worried that if I was going to charge them, that they were going to be like, they weren't going to want to do it. I don't know why. I don't know why.
By the way, period. By the way, for everybody who's listening and saying, this is bullshit, like, some people have gotten mad at me recently. You're telling everybody to do something for free. I'm like, I'm not telling anybody to do anything. I'm telling everybody one of the ways to get in. You're looking at two people who did things for free that got in. You want to charge. You think some noble act is being put on you of like, you should, like, people are mad. They're like, you're undermining the price of something. I'm like, no, I'm not. The market is the market. Who the fuck do you think I am? You think my little point of view in the world impacts designers and artists and trainers? Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I'm giving you one of the ways in.
Subway and ramen
when nobody
noodles.
knows who the fuck you are, they don't want to pay you.
Facts. Yeah, man, I literally would go months literally eating ramen noodles in Subway every single meal.
Because it's easy as fuck to do that at 20. Like the way you're saying it right now, and everybody's like, you said, I don't think anybody, that's easy in the 20s.
It kind of sucks sometimes.
But sucks sometimes, but like, it's not the worst in your 20s.
No.
Like, if you're going to make your dream, if you want to be in fucking the 2K video game, if you want to be friends with LeBron and Milo, if you want to be in sneaker deal, you need to eat some fucking bullshit in your 20s, which, oh, by the way, you eat anyway. You'd much rather eat fucking shit in your 20s to live the life you're living now than to waste it. Like, do you know how many people complain and are living in a studio apartment in Bushwick and buying $5 coffees? You're making the wrong fucking decision. You don't want it that bad. You're not willing to sacrifice. You want to pretend you're winning along the way.
There are a few times a player would fly me out, say we'd be in Miami, and we have to meet at University of Miami gym, and I would have to take an Uber to meet the player, and that Uber ride
put you in the negative.
Yeah, and then I didn't have a way to get back, and Facts. Life happened numerous times, stuff like that.
So how'd you get back? Be like, yeah, I'm
no,
coming
actually,
with you.
I would have to make up a story with the NBA guy. I didn't want the NBA player knowing I was broke either.
Yeah.
So I would have to be like, yo, I think I would say my Uber account was like, cause my rate. I would lie about my rating. I couldn't get an Uber. Could you
Yo,
call
that
me
2.5 star rating. I need you, dog.
That's actually true.
Yeah, cause I did that, man.
Rating.
Oh yeah, you actually do have it.
Nah.
Because you're not a nice guy, right?
No,
You're like, I'm kidding.
No, but
My
yeah.
rating is through the roof, by the way. Because I'm all charming and shit in the back. Plus, I was like first.
That's dope. We're talking about
Actually, where is it? Where's AJ's shit? Right there. Have you ever seen this? This is one of the great mistakes of my career. Travis comes to New York, and he's like, yo, Gary, I need you to take the first Uber in New York because I got to test the service. And I'm like, I got to go on this client call. I'm like, yo, AJ, take it. That is an email from Uber emailing AJ, thanking him for being the first ever person to take an Uber in
That's wild.
New York. How crazy is that email?
Yes.
What's it say?
Today.
What's it say? What's it say for the
It
podcast?
says, hey, AJ, I wanted to say thanks for being our first ever Uber rider in New York.
Guys, do you know how lucky the world is that AJ was the first Uber rider and I wasn't? Because AJ's super humble and quiet and doesn't talk about shit. If that was me, this story would have been told today for the 19,000th time this week.
Yeah. You also got a credit, it says, for $10.
I know, I might have to actually post that.
Today's a big Uber day.
Today's a very interesting day for me.
Wow. Yeah, this is...
I mean, I lost out on lots, but I made lots. Nobody's crying for me today.
This is wild.
So yeah, that was your life.
Yeah.
When did it turn to something a little more sustainable? You got the job with the Knicks?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, for sure. That helped. My first year at the Knicks, I was an intern, so they don't pay anything. I actually had to live with that is funny. I've never publicly said this.
Good. I want some fucking scoops.
Yeah. So I lived with a girl. She was like my girlfriend, but I really didn't like her like that. I was just living with her so I could have a spot to live. It was in Jersey.
People do that all. So
that's what
every human does. There's a lot of that going on.
A whole year, just because I just wanted to be in basketball. I wanted to work so bad that I would sacrifice my personal life of spending time with her. And I didn't even really love her. Maybe she might have thought I did. And then the next year, I got a promotion, and then I actually broke up with her. It's fucked up.
Well, listen. Everybody who's listening, they think you know what's funny? They think it's fucked up, but if you really talk real shit, and humans don't talk real shit, people make trades, bro. People make trades. She might hear this, and instead of what everybody thinks, like, oh, her feelings are hurt, she'll be like, I fucked him. That's real. That's real talk. And look at all the guys. Everyone's like, Sean's like stunned. I'm obviously using the most extreme way to say it, but she's like, maybe she loved that year. Mm-hmm. Maybe that's the best year. I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe she's pissed. I don't know. But humans make trades, and humans make sacrifices, and we don't talk truth in our society. We don't talk about sex in our society. We don't talk about money in our society. You know?
No, for sure.
It's just the truth. Everybody listening, you could judge. All 3 girlfriends I had in my 20s were there because I didn't want to be lonely, because I was working from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. every fucking day. I wasn't dating. I worked every Friday and Saturday night from 22 to 28 of my entire fucking life till 9 to 10 p.m. and was tired after working 15 hours in a retail store on my feet on the floor. So now at 43, I can be like, ugh, right, those girlfriends were a utility for an enablement for what I wanted. I was nice to them. We had good relationships.
Yeah. Same here.
Sure, some of them are pumped that they can walk around and say they were my girlfriend for a couple of years. Now I'm making it even better for them. And more importantly, not even like that, like low, like whatever, like more that it was a fine time. Like everyone's trying to do the best they can, and maybe I didn't fully realize I was doing that. Mm-hmm. It's subconscious.
Yeah, it's true. That's true.
Right? Was it like this your master plan? I'm gonna, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You realize it later. Mm-hmm. So for everybody who's judging 7 minutes ago, fuck you. Look at your own fucking actions.
Facts. Yeah. So the Knicks, and then I guess just recently, just within the past year or so, I told my dad, he could retire. I could really take care of. I'd start doing stuff with money and so crazy, it took a long time. People,
It didn't take that long.
Yeah.
I'm going very real here. There's something about us together at this moment. Like I'm going to a lot of real places. No, it did not take very long. Sounds like it was about 8 or 9, 10 years. When you live 100 fucking years, that's not a big percentage of your life. If you actually told people to eat shit for 9 years, and it will highly likely result in a lot more of what you're trying to achieve. Not maybe everything that you dreamed up and fucking yachts and shit, but a lot more than if you spent 9 years being half pregnant, living in the studio by yourself instead of with a roommate, drinking a $4 Blue Bottle coffee in Bushwick instead of making Maxwell House, motherfucker. I mean this. We have to start talking about sacrifices for 1% lives. You want to retire, Papa? You have to drink shit. There's nobody retiring their Papa starting at 0 in 9 years that drinks $4 coffee in Bushwick. And that's what I see from everybody. Everybody's complaining, hard, takes forever. I'm like, you're wasting money on dumb shit. You're not sacrificing for your actual dream. You want it to be easy all along the way. You still think it's fucking high school and your parents are taking care of you. Soft. You guys are fucking soft.
Well, $4 coffee is like the easiest thing to cut out, right? I mean,
and ready for this? Actually, it's a great opportunity because I've been meaning to clarify this. I don't think people who drink $4 coffee are soft if they don't complain. Almost all my advice actually, and it's not even advice, because I actually don't think I'm putting out advice. I think I'm putting out context of information that you need to look at and decide what it means for you. That's my intent. But the one clarification just for everybody listening is I don't think you're soft if you drink $4 coffee. I think you're soft if you complain about your life and drink $4 coffee. If you complain that you can't raise money for your startup, cool. Save your money and you can start your own startup. I drink $4 coffee, but I'm not complaining out here.
Yeah.
So I don't think it took long, bro.
And so now,
How old are you?
32. I'm older than you think.
No, you're not. And I think, because I can do basic math of like you being out of school in 8 years, like here's what I think. I wish a lot more people are really listening and paying attention because I think 99% of the world would eat shit for the first 10 years of their professional life to get to 32 to be in a position to be doing what they want lucratively. But they're confused because they didn't want to put in any days of sacrifice, let alone 3,650 of them.
That's real.
That's it. That's actually my current thesis on the whole fucking thing. Lack of sacrifice. Lack of sacrifice for the ambition that's coming out of your mouth. I don't want anybody to be stressed. I don't want anybody to be upset. I just want, if you're telling me that you want to be the most famous basketball trainer in the world, that's rats in the gym. That's walking back because you can't get an Uber. That's not kinda, sorta. That's not spending $4,000 on tickets on Coachella. I have no problem with Coachella. I have a problem with you talking that shit and not living it. I didn't say anything for the first 15 years of my life to anybody. Forget about social media. People are like, well, you didn't have social media. I'm like, I didn't talk to anybody. Go talk to my high school friends. Go talk to my college friends. I didn't even talk. That's real.
That is real.
Cool. So now you're 32,
Yeah.
and now shit changes, right?
Yeah.
Now you got to recalibrate.
For sure.
Now you actually have done the ridiculous dream that you thought for yourself.
Yeah, but I still want. There's still so much more in my mind. I'm still trying to. I still wake up every morning like
Instead of big,
I'm not fulfilled. I'm not.
I believe that instead of bigger and better, right? A bigger sneaker deal, a bigger show. Instead of bigger and better, is there anything completely left field that you want to accomplish? Not in
No. Just do what I'm doing and just keep it going.
I get it.
Yeah, but yeah, you're right. So.
No, it's a funny thing. I think a lot about that lately for myself.
There's that one goal.
Go ahead, push it.
Oh yeah, so I want to be the first trainer ever to be inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame. Because there's coaches. There's.
Can we talk about the Basketball Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
Why is it such bullshit? And I know this is your dream, and you're gonna get it. And I'll tell you why.
I gotta get it.
Why is it fucked up? Why is it to not have enough rigor? You know this is what every fan's problem is with the Hall of Fame, right? Why is it so soft?
You're just talking about the basketball one?
Yeah, because the other sports are good.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
No, this is like you have a hot take on this? Because I'm fucking
I always
pissed.
have takes on these bad.
Listen, I think Ben Wallace is a fucking gangster. Like,
Is he in the Hall of Fame?
you see what I'm saying? He's about to be.
And Oak's not?
I don't know why I get started. Like, listen.
He manages Oakley too.
Oakley is in the Cultural Hall of Fame.
Facts.
But statistically, Ben Wallace.
Do you know I can't like Oakley all the way, and I fucking love him? I love him, like all time, but I can't love him all the way.
Why?
Because he's friends with Jordan. And I can't get it out of my system. I can never fully go there. I'm in a very weird spot as a diehard 90s Knicks fan with Charles Oakley because I love him with all my heart. I probably used him to feel tough in high school. Mm-hmm. Like, he's all that. He's been to the office a couple years ago. I love him as a dude. Gamble. I fucking love everything about him, but I can't fuck with him all the way.
It's because he's friends with Jordan?
He's not friends with Jordan. He's fucking Jordan's guy.
Yeah, he
Close
is.
with LeBron also.
I don't give a fuck. I hate Jordan.
He's right though. He is Jordan's guy. Like,
Yeah,
But
guy.
but
Not
that's
like, hey, I'm friends. Like,
But that didn't impact anything.
no. I definitely, I never felt that. I'm just talking life.
he's a diehard Knicks fan too.
Yeah.
Do you
I
know?
never once thought that would be a reason why, because he was friends.
Never. Me too. Especially now, all these fuckers, all your boys, all the friends. I still don't like. I hate when people are like, "Oh, they're all friends now." I'm like, motherfucker. I'm friends. Like, I've punched my brother in the face on a basketball court. Mm-hmm. I like did something. Were you there when I clotheslined Nate? I'll do anything on the court. So I don't think friendship matters. I'm talking just life. I'm pissed about it. Anyway, nonetheless, I really am. I still can't deal with it. God, it's unbelievable how much I don't respect Knicks fans that have any love towards Jordan. I don't think you can be in your 40s. I think you can be youngsters. How old are you?
34.
You might just be young, and I think you're young, and I would say you're like, if you're over 40. And I know, by the way, I know I'm on an island all by, like, this is an island of one. I've never worn a pair of Jordans ever. I hate them, man. I really do.
You wear Nikes?
Yeah, I do. I'm wearing my K-Swiss, but I wear Nikes. But I really dislike him, man. I really, really dislike him, man. If I knew him personally, like, that's the one thing I've learned as my life has changed. I'm like, oh, this sucks. Now I know these guys, and now I can't hate him the way I, like, want to hate him. Mm-hmm. You know, like, I'm scared to meet Paul Pierce because I love hating Paul Pierce. Mm-hmm. Like, this week's been the best week. Mm-hmm. Paul Pierce getting shit on is the best. But I'm sure Paul's like a good dude. I actually like a lot about what I know about Paul. Like, rug. Like,
I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
What's your take on when you because this happened a few times. You go your whole life. You like love someone, look up to someone. It could be any music or whatever. Then when you really get to know them, you're like let down. You're like,
I have zero expectation of others. Mm-hmm. You will never, Chris. You'll never meet a happier fucker on earth than me for one core reason. I have zero expectations of human beings. Mm-hmm. Nobody has ever let me down. I never gave them a chance.
That's real.
I don't have expectations. My employees don't let me down. I'm paying them. You know how crazy that is?
That is.
Now, that's a weakness as a manager because it creates entitlement. And I've had to learn that over the last 25 years. I've gotten better. But it's crazy. I knew where you're going with the question. And usually I cut off what I know the question is. I'm trying to train myself now. It's a great question, and it's fuck, man. You want to talk about something I'd love to teach kids? Don't expect. Just because somebody can drop 52 a night, you think they're a nice person? Just because somebody's got a fat booty on the internet, you think they're a sweetheart? Like, don't have expectations.
For sure.
Right? On the flip side, my favorite thing on life, I was at Complex yesterday doing that sneaker show, and the kid like was really pumped that I was nice. Yeah. You saw that? Yeah. I love it on the flip. Mm. On the flip, I love over-delivering when people meet me in the wild. Mm-hmm. Yesterday, I was out and about. Like, you like that?
That's a funny way to put it. That's real. That's funny.
That was funny.
You were posting about it the other day.
Yeah.
Saying what?
No, because for a number of years, I'm big on night walks. So I get 1 in the morning, I walk a few miles, and it's just big for my mental. And so I used to...
Can't do it anymore because you're known a little more?
No, I mean, I'm not... now when I do the walks, people would be like Brickley, and so normally when my mind is in like I'm like in a weird state. If you catch me at 1:30 and I'm in my walk and you say Brickley, like I might look at you kind of crazy because of you looking at me because
you're
like
painting
I'm
pictures in your
so
head.
Deep.
I got it.
So I went on Instagram and it got to the point where I felt like I was like freaking people out. I was like half joking, half not. Like if you see me in the street in the middle of the night and I looked at you like a ghost. Like, I apologize. And as I'm typing it, someone,
So roll
it
up
comes up to me and I put it on the camera thing. But yeah, so yeah.
I get it. You know what this is gonna end up with? You're gonna replace that with safer places. My places are the bathroom, the shower, and airplanes, where I do that. The only places where I know I can go into that place are the places where nobody can touch me.
That's real.
Like, it's unbelievable what the chemicals in my body do when I go into the bathroom, when I go into a shower, or when a plane takes off and nobody's boarding anymore and I'm in my spot. It is unbelievably important to the operating system of who I am right now.
That's real.
What about when you're in the gym?
No, because I fucking hate the gym. Really, like this is like, you know, so much of my advice, Chanel, about like what to do in life is predicated on me being a terrible student and hating the gym. For everybody who's listening right now that hates their job, like, I understand. I don't understand hating your job because that was my great fortune of being an entrepreneur. But I understand the process of disliking something that you have to do. You know? What do I don't? This is such a good show. You have something big coming out, and I want to make sure we right hook
for sure.
that.
So,
Break it down.
I got a show on ESPN, ESPN network called Declared. It's me getting NBA prospects ready for the NBA draft. So, through on court, off court, you know, get them ready from a skill standpoint, get them ready mentally, and
How much mental work do you do? Like, how much do you think, from your perspective, that you're like a nail salon or a haircut? Like, I love nails. What is it called? Do you know?
Manicure, pedicure.
Manicures. But there was something else. Remember, they had a different term. Technician. No, you're on fire, bro.
Yeah, they do call it that. Yeah.
Dustin doesn't talk for shit. All of a sudden, he's drilling fucking. You're in your zone, bro. I love hairdressers and like manicurists and just like trainers and like, because there's so much. They're your therapist a lot of time.
Everything. Facts. That's everything. It's you know, obviously I need to know what I'm doing when we get in the court, but you know,
You're working on form, but you're also like talking them through their girl trouble.
yes, you know, personal, anything you could think of after a bad game, getting into a fight with the girlfriend, you know,
right.
family.
I remember you telling me a story when we were hanging once of like being up super late because you got to watch the tape of a West Coast game and you're fucking hitting them about and like some of these fucking maniacs, which I love about them because that's why they're winners, want to fucking talk at 2:37, like in the morning, of like why did they go 3 for 18 from the floor?
Yeah. And if I don't respond, I drop the ball. They won't. I could lose the trust forever.
Who's the best defender in basketball right now, in your opinion?
Kawhi Leonard.
Who's the next best? Give me an unusual one because I know you watch a lot more shit than other people.
Yep.
Give me a one that's not as
Patrick
easy.
Beverly. But that's pretty
also
easy.
easy too. You got anything that's or last couple years because I know you might not.
Tony
be
Allen, that's too easy.
he was amazing.
Yeah, the grit. It was amazing.
Give me somebody that's like I know you might not be watching film to this. I'm just being empathetic to all the things that are going on in your world.
sure.
Give me one in the last 5 to 7 years that you think it was like that you were like, geez, you know what? This fucking guy's tough. That you just don't hear getting headlines. Because all three of those guys I know as a casual. I mean, my football knowledge is much deeper than my basketball knowledge.
But I guess this could be the name is big, but he doesn't get the credit. I actually think the best on-ball defender in the NBA over the past 5 years is Kevin Durant, which no one would think that. But
I fully understand that.
because he's
The
7
length,
feet tall.
the length.
And he moves like a guard, so he can guard a point guard, but then he can guard a 5-man because he's so long. I think people don't talk about that. Stephen A. Smith doesn't talk about that.
Well, that doesn't get that's not what people want to talk about. How good of a defender? I know, like at this point, and he's still a baby. That there's less excitement for him, but like Frank on the Knicks.
Yes,
dude,
super defender.
Yeah, cool. I'm happy. It's funny. The Knicks have been so bad for so long, and my career took off. Like my career, I worked all the time. Like not took off. I was about to say that since I was 22, I've been basically even that great 98 run. I didn't fully I was just working. Mm-hmm. So it was on the radio in the liquor store. Like it was hard. Like it wasn't 94. And football's easy for me with the Jets because it's Sunday, so I miss nothing. Mm-hmm. But basketball, even next year when the Garden's going to be rocking,
Facts.
I'm gonna be struggling to really be in it. So, but the last year or two, obviously we moved to Hudson Yards here. So I'm like, got the crazy Knicks teats, and I'm trying to do more. And just like the sports cards. I mean, these De'Aaron Foxes. I wouldn't have known the De'Aaron Fox 4 years ago in the league the way I do now because of the cards, because this. And I know the Knicks are coming. So like my basketball game has changed dramatically of like being on it in the last 18 months.
And the players look up to you.
Yeah, you're right. And that's been really cool. So really, like eye test, I'm like watching and I'm like, man, Frank could be... Just because I remember how good of a defender Derek Harper was, like there was a time when I knew everything, and so like that's what went through my mind. Like, oh fuck, he's like a new age Derek Harper.
He
He
can't
looks
stay
like
healthy.
I know he can't stay healthy, right?
Can't stay healthy, and offensively, he needs to
He's
get
limited.
he is.
Limited. He's a kid, though.
Yeah, just needs to get his confidence up. Yeah, good.
He's only 19, right?
Yeah, he's really young. He's really young. Defensively, though,
You
he
have a take on John Collins in Atlanta as a player.
yes, he's very good actually. So I actually make a list when the season's done, and I do like 5-10 guys that I'm like I want to try, and I haven't
Get
trained
them.
with him
Yep,
out,
yeah.
and he's on the list. So
He's what's that?
He made a big jump.
He's on my list of sports card investment. That was the most loaded fucking question. I'm like, should I drop 5 G's on John Collins rookie cards? Let me see what Brick fucking thinks about it.
Yeah.
The John Collins rookie card would go for it.
No. This is why this is such a great game. A John Collins rookie card's a couple bucks.
Right.
But it could be for $50 if I'm as right about where I think his game might go.
how much are some of those? The ones that we brought out.
Those were the Kareem rookies are 8,000 a piece graded.
Wow.
But like these De'Aaron Fox ungraded are $4, I think. So like, and then you can get graded. Like that's how they go in these cases. Like these Luka rookies. Oh, that's Kevin McHale. This
Legend.
that's Kevin McHale's rookie. This Luka rookie. To put him in those cases, it costs $8. That Luka rookie's now 75. I was telling everybody on social media only 30 days ago to buy them. They were 40.
Wow.
It's an interesting game because I have to be careful because I have to really, really start doing a better job contexting. I think there's a really hot market for the next 2 years, and I think people should buy and sell new stuff.
What about the game use stuff? You doing that?
You mean like memorabilia? That's not my game because there's no scale. Like I'm gonna buy. I bought 187 Giannis rookie cards in October for 150 a piece. Now there's 550.
Wow.
And for all the sneaker hustler kids, I think there's money to make. Like I think there's a great 2-3 year run here for these kids.
But why is 2-3 years? What's happening with the cards?
I don't know if the economy collapses. The first thing that goes are cards, just like $4 coffee. You know, cards. I mean, nobody on earth will buy them when you're scared about money, so they go. So supply and demand. I think the demand's about to build up, but there's a lot of these cards. So if demand, like in the '90s, the whole collapse market of the cards, that's why it happened. And you got to be right. Lonzo's have gone down dramatically in the last 2 years. So we could be sitting here 24 months ago. I could be talking heavy about this Lonzo thing. Kids could go out and buy them at, I don't know what it was, but let's say 75, and now 2 years later they're at 25. So
The hype around him was crazy.
you know, what do you think about him? I actually think he's really good. Actually, I think
do.
I actually weirdly think that's actually probably the guy I'm most debating to go all in on because I think he's super low right now in everybody's mind, and I'm like, here's my thing. Actually, this is actually crazy. Why this is segueing in? Talk to me about what is your macro take on people like Ben Simmons and Lonzo and people who like. How much of a jump can and I don't even want to put you on blast of like those guys, though I'm sure you'll be happy to
it's all
talk
good.
about it. How much better can a human get? Like, what's the great story in the last decade of somebody changing their form or becoming a ridiculously better jump shooter?
That's a great question. Yeah, I mean, it's
Anything stand out? I'm trying to think.
Ben Simmons isn't gonna just all of a sudden be a knockdown shooter. It's just not gonna happen. But it doesn't take away from.
But he can do what LeBron and Jordan did in their careers, which is exponentially get better.
For sure, he can keep getting better, and his shot can keep getting better too. But
What's scary is if he got a solid jump shot,
for sure,
he would become unbearable.
be a beast.
He's a beast to begin with.
He is. He would be that next for sure.
I really like him a lot too as like a kid. Like I think, man, I really want him to develop. Well, I don't actually, because fuck the Sixers, but he would be really like. That was for you, Ruben. You'll never convert me, bro. I'm a Knicks fan. Fuck the Sixers. And I love JJ. Like I love Ben. I love Tobias is the best. As humans, but fuck them.
The grit about that city's dope, though. Just the
Did we
vibe
talk
when you
about
watch.
this last time? I can't believe you know this is my hottest take, right?
I'm not
My
sure.
hottest take is Philly's the best city.
It's dope. It's just like a.
Yeah, like New York's the best city in the world, but I wish New York felt like Philly. Philly's a little rugged. Like New York's become Manhattan's too rich.
Yeah.
It's super rich around here.
You go to a game at the Garden, and it's kind of like
Rick is fancy. You know when he's walking in the streets at those 1 a.m.s? He wouldn't have done that 30 years ago, no matter how tatted tough he is. Like New York's soft.
Facts. I don't know.
True.
Yeah.
I walk around comfortable and cozy in New York now. 1978, be scared fuckless out here. New York's
Philly
soft.
has that.
You know the
for
best
some-
part is listen to the background right now in New York. People and I were like, fuck.
Facts. No,
Who's the I want to finish this thought because I want to get this and I know we have to probably wrap up because I got family stuff. The show drops, the show on ESPN.
My goal is just to change these kids' lives in the sense of after this year's series, when the New York Knicks have the 9th pick of the NBA draft, they could pick player A or player B, but player A was...
Hold on real quick. You're making an amazing point. I'll let you do it again. But the shivers in my body that just happened when you said the Knicks have the 9th pick. Like if the Knicks don't have...
2025 he's talking about.
I got it. But if that happens too, shivers, we should be really in a place where 2024 should be a good season. Like I'm expecting like Pat Ewing's going to be there. Mm-hmm. Like this is to me, it's ironic. I like the first 3 players quite a bit. I do think it's that kind. Like I'm going to buy a lot of basketball cards this season because I think it reminds me a little bit of that.
For sure.
Darko was the one that didn't work out, but that rest of that class got crazy with Bosh and Wade and LeBron and Melo.
That was a crazy class.
That was a crazy class. These first 3 feel real legit.
Mm-hmm. I'm with you.
Barrett's game reminds me of a lot, and I want to ask somebody more educated than me, and just like in a weird way, Michael Beasley. RJ Barrett's game reminds me a lot of Michael Beasley. Like at this time in their careers, and obviously things evolve.
Yeah.
Different, I don't know mindsets and those work.
No, you're right.
You see where I'm going?
He's like the guard version of Beasley, for sure.
Kind of it's kind of interesting.
And he's definitely thinking to be consensus 3rd pick.
I would.
Yeah, I think it's still like whether the Suns get it and they need a point guard or whatever, but just off of talent, yeah, you could be 3.
What do you want to wrap up with? Anything that we didn't cover? Anything interesting?
This has been great.
You gonna start collecting basketball cards?
Yeah.
Dude, on a very serious note, I kind of want you to.
Sure.
I really think there's something brewing.
Is it only Panini in the
Panini has the IP for basketball, Topps for baseball, Panini for football. Yeah.
Because baseball is like the place where you can make.
Early baseball, because you can get kids 4 years away. You can get crazy. You can buy kids for 50 cents that go for $50 if you get Fernando Tatis Jr. But basketball,
the minor league card?
they're in them. Yes, they sell them as minor league cards. Basketball, though, is culture. My hot take, complete thesis, my entire point of view on this is sneaker kids are going to realize that's great that you want to get the Travis Scott Jordans, but you're going to get 1 pair, and you'll make your money. But if you're right about De'Aaron Fox, you can go on eBay and buy up 1,000 of them for $4, and then when he pops, and they're fucking 39, that starts adding up, and it's liquid. It's liquid as fuck. It's eBay. You go to eBay right now, like it's liquid as fuck. You go to completed items. Like what sells, what doesn't, at what price. Listen, I've loved cards as forever. For me to now be talking about them, I'm starting to build a good enough track record. I don't talk about shit for fun. I don't like to show videos like I did this morning about me passing on Uber. I like to show the shit where I'm like, you should buy Amazon, and it explodes. Mm-hmm. Basketball cards are going to go through the fucking roof for the next 2 years.
Beckett's still around?
No. Beckett is actually. You know what Beckett is now? It's a grading company. The price guide is eBay right now. Bro, if you really know basketball, like if you know the dude from Toronto, what's it?
Yeah, Siakam.
If you know Siakam's going to pop last year, which people did, and you bought him last year compared to this year, you made a fuckload. If you know the fucking kid in Sacramento, what was his name?
Shai Gilgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of Clippers.
Alexander
Clippers,
Shai,
exactly,
yeah.
yeah.
I was just talking to him, actually, yeah.
If you know he's going to pop next, because he looks like he could be one of the guys, John Collins could be one of the guys.
For sure.
Like if you have,
Like a finite time, right? Like where it peaks and then...
Well, I mean, you want to hear something crazy? I bought those 180 Giannis rookies.
Well, aside from
Let's stick with this real quick. And I sold 10 of them to just like, because I was like, hey, I bought these for 180. I'm selling 10 of them for 300 a month ago, and now they're 550. Like, the market's hot. Yes, there's a finite time.
But
There's,
like
by the way, there's a
Alexander. He could have a good rookie year, play good for a couple of years, and like that. Those cards you have in there.
Those are iconic.
What I'm saying.
No, I'm
this
talking
isn't
about
like a buy and hold. This is like a trade.
it's a buy and hold if they become, Kyrie.
Sure.
Like you. It depends on how great of it. This is what's great. It's merit based. It depends on how good they become. Like,
But just like their game use stuff, like their value is when they're actually.
When he starts getting this mode, it means
go ahead,
he's
go
about
ahead,
to
go
start
ahead. I'm
buying
listening.
cards.
Go ahead.
He's about to start
Because I have a friend who's like heavily into the game use stuff.
Yep.
And the value of buying like a Damian Lillard now, right? His game use Portland Trailblazers. What is it going to be worth 10 years from now? It's probably not going to be what it's worth now.
Yeah.
Ready for this? That's exactly right. Here's how it works. You have to go top 1% if you're holding forever. What am I buying?
Yeah, so you're only
LeBron
buying top
rookies.
end.
I'm buying LeBron rookies for 1,100. I'm buying Kobe rookies for 1,100. I'm buying all-time stuff, and then I'm speculating on D. Lillard actually to me is still a speculation because if he has one more contract that's crazy, not in Portland, gets on a super team and wins a championship, he's underpriced right now.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, I'm trying to figure out if Kimba or Kyrie's coming to New York and which rookie card I want to buy for the New York bump. I'm not buying Leonard rookie cards because I think he's too not culture. And no matter how great of a player is, it's not going to be supply and demand enough because people don't fuck with him culturally enough.
Facts.
And there's nothing wrong with that. That's amazing.
No.
He's an awesome dude. I love how he leans into that and he's like self-deprecating. I buy Luka like crazy because he's white. And if he's Larry Bird, there'll be a market. I mean, this is just very basic shit.
You're right.
I know.
Yeah,
So I'm trying to
you're
help
right.
kids make some money out here, so pay attention.
Steak and panini also.
I have no steak in Panini. I gotta go. You'll appreciate this. The number one thing that would make me a ton of money right now is if Pinterest went crazy on the stock market. How many times do you think I've mentioned the word Pinterest in my content in the last 2 years? How many? Goose fucking egg. The number one currency in my life is being historically correct, not any of the deals I'm in.
That's deep.
It makes sense, right?
It does.
Don't sell out. I've made money. I don't need to I'd love to have a piece of Panini. I'm trying to do shit in sports card world because I love it. Here's why. In 24 months, I'm going to be not the only person talking about it. In 24, I can't wait to be courtside opening night, Durant, Kyrie, fucking the whole Zion, and I'm going to have in my pockets, bring 50 rookie cards and take a selfie courtside with all the cards and be like, what?
You get the jacket with the case and you open it up.
I'm making a prediction. The way kids now, Rich the Kid puts fucking a stack of cash to his ear, I'm making a prediction right now. In 24 months, people are going to be flexing, holding fucking Lucas like this. Like what? Like,
Music videos.
I mean, that's bold.
it's a
We're
prediction.
gonna buy some cards just in case.
I guarantee you, he's gonna do it now. Like in 10 minutes.
I'm just curious, like what? Because I never.
All right, we got to go. See ya.